Yes, yo, my people. Shalom, Wakazak, Mashpaka. Shout out to the 12 tribes of Yasharel scattered abroad. I'm your same humble brother and your same host, Daniel Fierce and Lion Yasharala. And we are also on the same program that you all actually have missed, and I apologize for that. We are back on the show, Health Matters, right here on GC Crate TV. And like you all know, whenever you see us appear on your screen, we are about to give you factual information which can also benefit you, because we are always also coming with informative information as well, to get you educated and also get you entertained. Today on Health Matters, we'll be talking about one of those things that we have been seeing but would not pay attention to, which can actually help us when it comes to our health. But before I let the cat out of the bag, let us go on a short commercial break. As we be right back. Don't go nowhere. I remain your humble host, Daniel Fierce and Lion.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Welcome back to the show. It's still your program, it's their favorite show, Health Matters, right here on GC Crate TV. And I remain your same humble host, Daniel Fierce and Lion Yasharala. Like I said earlier before we went on the commercial break, that we'll be talking about something that you actually know, but you don't pay attention to the essential benefits of that particular thing. And what I'm actually talking about today, we are talking about beans. I'm sure you all actually know what beans is, but you don't really know what the work of beans is doing to your health. So people actually will say, I love beans, beans is my favorite food. It's fine. But at the same time, taking too much of something can end up having side effects. But some people, they'll be like, I don't like beans. Whenever I take beans, I do fat a lot. That's why I don't like eating beans. No matter how hard it might be, always ensure that you take beans because of these following health benefits. Number one, I'm sure you all know that beans actually is a heart helper. Beans, in a way or the other, is always helping our heart. How is beans actually helping our heart? In case you all don't know, beans are heart healthy because they contain an abundance of soluble fiber, which can lower cholesterol and triglyceride level. I repeat again, beans can help to lower cholesterol in your body and also to lower the level of triglyceride in your body as well. If you prefer the canned beans, or like we all know that we have two types of beans. You have the normal beans that you can cook at home, and we have the beans that are already canned, which have been cooked, preserved and canned. But for those who actually, maybe you are abroad, you go with the canned beans. The canned beans actually has 40% of sodium in it by rinsing them in water. That means after you've opened your canned beans, there are some other kind of liquid, like some kind of sauce in it. When you rinse that sauce off, that is remaining your beans alone, it's already containing 40% of sodium in it, which actually will help your body. So can I say that truly, when you take beans, most especially those who are actually obese or you have too much of cholesterol or fat in your body, can you say that truly beans can help you to reduce that cholesterol effect which is troubling your heart? Because when you take too much of oily foods, or maybe you have this tendency of being fat or having fat in your body, cholesterol actually can start disturbing your heart, building fat around your heart, disturbing your heart from pumping well and working well. But when you take beans, it will help you to reduce, it will start helping you to melt down those cholesterol, to save your heart from getting blocked up by fat caused by cholesterol. Also as well, beans also is one of those food that is low in fat. So people will say, when you take too much of beans, you will get fat. It is proteinous. Protein make you get fat and blah blah blah. It's all lies. Beans on its own actually is a food that is low in fat and more in protein. Most beans actually are about 2 to 3% fat, not like every other food that's about 10%, 15 and 20% fat. Beans on its own is just 2% or 3% with fat, and it contains no cholesterol. I repeat, beans contains no cholesterol unless you are processed. Can you hear me? Unless those beans are processed and prepared with other ingredients such as lard and every other thing which are found in those canned beans. That is why I will advise you who are actually eating canned beans, when you are having your canned beans, please rinse off that sauce. You don't need it. Take your beans normally, rinse that sauce off, and have your normal beans in your plate. You can choose to maybe like spice up your beans by adding some other sauce to it, maybe like your ketchup or anything that you might want, or maybe your spicy sauce. But I will advise your normal beans without those canned beans or those canned sauces. That is the best for your health. Also as well, in case you don't know, beans are packed with protein. Whenever you see beans, know that it is carrying protein for you. The dietary guidelines, mostly for Americans, they say that we should be eating more plant proteins. Why? Because we know that America has a location which is not tropical like Africa. America actually is not tropical to have enough sun that can make your food to grow well. The snow itself is enough to kill your plant with cold. So that's why most of the foods are actually, it's either they are being planted inside a particular warehouse or they plant it with GMO. So that's why we advise that most Americans, for example, that it's better you eat more protein. About half cup of beans, about half cup of beans, in case you don't know, it can provide up to 7 grams of protein for you in your body. The same amount as in 1 ounce of chicken, the meat and fish that you eat. So imagine when you take a full bucket of chicken, thinking that that's why you can get much nutrients. What you can get in 1 ounce of chicken is what you can get from just half cup of beans. So can I say that truly beans actually can always help us out health wise. Another benefit of beans is that they can help you to balance your blood sugar. Wow! No wonder the doctors will recommend that if you actually have high blood sugar, they always recommend you to eat the white beans, because we have two types of beans. We have the white beans and we have the other beans which they call the red beans. They always recommend the white beans because why? Beans will help you to reduce and balance your blood sugar. With a low glycemic index, beans contain a beautiful blend of complex carbohydrates and protein. Because of this, beans are digested slowly, which keeps and help the blood to keep glucose stable, and may also curtail fatigue and irritability. That is why most times we advise you to take beans, because beans will actually help you to curb down that fatigue. Not like when you take, you know that normally if you take carbohydrates, you get heavy, you get fatigue. But when you actually deal with beans, though it contains a little percentage of carbohydrates, but it contains more of protein. That is why you can still eat beans and still bounce out strong. Not that you eat beans and you start feeling dizzy, you start feeling sleepy. But still yet, the beans will still help you as well to check on your sugar level, your blood sugar, maybe it is balanced. If it is not balanced, it will help you to balance it. Wow. Also as well, in case you don't know, let me give you this shocking one before we go on the quick commercial break. Beans as well can also help you to cut cancer risk, in case you don't know. Wow. So beans can also help us to cut down cancer risk. But they'll tell us, if you take too much of beans, you'll start fatting everywhere. When you fat, the fat will be smelling, this and that and blah blah blah. When the beans actually has a lot of benefit to do concerning your health. Scientists recommend that adults should consume minimum of 3 cups of beans in a week to promote health and to reduce the risk of chronic diseases like cancer that owes to their abundance in fiber and antioxidants. Wow! Can you now say that truly you need beans, or should I say that now henceforth you need to add beans into your diet for the week? Even though you don't like beans that much, at least in a week, like they prescribed, eat minimum of at least 3 cups of beans in a week. Why? It will help you and save you from cholesterol, save you from extreme high blood pressure, to balance your blood sugar risk. It will also help you to save the risk of cancer. Wow! Before we proceed, let us go on a quick commercial break, as we'll be right back.
Sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. It's still your program, Health Matters, right here on GC Create TV. So like I was saying earlier, we are talking about the benefits, the essential benefits of beans in adding and helping our health as humans. Also, I want us all to know this as well. Do you know that beans, they will also move you? You will be asking, how can beans move me? How can beans move me? Filled with fiber. Remember, I said earlier that beans actually is blessed with enough fiber to help your body. Beans can promote regularity by preventing constipation. By preventing constipation. To maximize your meal, be sure to accompany high fiber food with ample fluid, not apple, ample fluid, like still and sparkling water. Remember, no matter what you do, you must always need water. Yes, will the next episode will be talking about the benefit of water to human body as well. So when you eat fiber, eat beans, you also need water as well to work with it. Don't be one of those people that will try to eat beans and support it with Pepsi, with soda. I don't know call names. Don't be one of those people that try to eat beans and support it with some added sugar quantity of food, such as the chocolate beverage. Let me call brands. The chocolate beverage Like those, some might call it tea. Added tea, your tea is mixed up with tea, milk, and added sugar. If you want to take beans with water with you. Good drinking and clean water. It also helps you as well to be able to work against constipation. Why? Because when in at 5 to 8 gram of fiber per 100% gram, that is 3 ounces. Beans are ideal for those who are sensitive to gluten, a natural protein found in products containing wheat, rye, barley, and sometimes oats. If you do have foods allergic, maybe you're allergic to some foods, if you actually that kind of allergics, actually check the food label which you eat to contact the manufacturer of that food, because sometimes most of the food that you eat might actually have some health problems attached to it. That's why I tell people, sweet foods will drag you closer to your grave, because when you take too much of sugar, remember that you have some amount of blood cells, both the white blood cell and the red blood cell, that fights in your stomach, fights in your system to keep you safe. When you take in too much sugar, it's as if you are taking 300 armies to wage war against 3 million people. They might fight that part to a certain level, but when you get to a particular point that their efforts, their strength can't carry them anymore, that's when you start falling sick. Try to balance your health. Don't let your love for sugar to shorten your life by not balancing your diet. See how you can cut down your too much intake of sugar. Because in case you don't know, every food you eat, when they are into your digestive system, they convert into what we call glucose, and that same glucose converts to sugar. Imagine you are eating carbohydrates and you are still adding added sugar to it. That means you are eating food that can convert itself to sugar. You are now adding more sugar to it. Let us learn to balance our diet. Also, people complain that if I eat beans, I can't be satisfied and other things. No. It's all about what you have here in your mind. It's because in your mind you have programmed that if I eat beans, I won't be satisfied. Truth be told, because of beans, actually, beans are metabolized more slowly than other complex carbs. They may aid in weight loss, can you see, by keeping us feeling full without being excessively high in calorie. That is why, for example, when you actually take your normal bowl of rice, it has how you used to heap your bowl of rice. But whenever you are eating beans, if you observe, you're always taking a little portion of beans. It's because with that little portion of beans that you eat, actually, no matter how little the beans might be, you will still get full. It will make you have that feeling that you are full already. Not until you take a whole big bowl of beans. So you can say that beans actually is one of those regulatory foods that will always help you. Also as well, in case you all don't know, beans as well is convenient. Either it is canned, either it is frozen, either it is dry. Beans actually, they are breeze to purchase too, because they prepare and they can also be stored as well. So they even come in flour forms. So beans actually is also convenient. People actually are looking at it that we can actually get beans more when we go to the motherland. How can we get beans right here in America? We can choose to have your beans. We can choose to help you package your beans. We can choose to help you to dry it well and send it to you abroad. Also as well, maybe for those who want the beans flour, there's something we call beans cake, in which in Nigeria we call it akara. For those who may also want the beans cake, we can choose to help you blend the beans into flour, dry and nice. You can have it abroad. The major part is at least take something that is made of beans. Either it is a boiled beans, or you actually choose to make your beans in flour to become akara, or maybe you want to cook it normally. Over here in Nigeria we call it moi moi. You can choose to either take your yam flour, mix it up with water, cook it to become moi moi, or fry it to become akara. But at least you've eaten beans to help your body. So truth be told, beans is convenient. Also as well, in case you don't know, beans is also wallet friendly. How? Beans is not expensive. Beans is not expensive. For example, right here in Nigeria, you can choose to go out there to go and buy like 1 deca of beans. The amount you used to buy 1 deca of beans can almost buy is almost a little bit higher than half the deca of rice. You can choose to buy 1.5 deca of rice. It can buy you 2 deca of beans. Beans is not expensive. They are pocket friendly. So start saying that if I should buy beans, this and that. Let me give you the hint. Over here in Nigeria, if you want to cook rice, you need to make stew. That means you need to buy pepper to cook soup. You need to get your palm oil, get maggi, get salt. If possible, buy fish, buy all sorts, just to get yourself a particular pepper or stew sauce. But if you come to beans, all you just need is get yourself onions, get yourself pepper to make your beans a little bit spicy. Get yourself onions, get yourself pepper, and get yourself palm oil and salt. That is all you need. Not costing all the whole large amount of money to say you want to go and get whatever. And to some people, they might choose to want their beans to be boiled separate and add pepper sauce on it, maybe like make a kind of pepper stew on it. So beans is pocket friendly. And finally, do you know that beans actually are versatile? Wow. Beans can be incorporated into a main dish, that's to make it like chili, having it as side dish as well. Maybe like when you want to eat rice and beans, maybe you can have rice on one part, have your boiled beans on one part. You can also make beans as well as an appetizer. That is where you make it as what? As soup. Over here in my own tribe, we call it gbegiri. You can choose to have your gbegiri as an appetizer. You can also choose to have your beans as well as a snack. That is where it comes as akara. When you fry it to become akara, when you boil it to become moi moi, it has become a snack. Also as well, it is easy to be creative when you have kidney beans or pinto beans or black beans or lima beans or black eye peas. All this actually will help you so that you can be able to split or spill, yes, to split those peas. So can you now see that truly beans actually is very versatile? We have varieties of grain under the beans family. I'm sure you know that even pea is also under the beans family, because beans itself and pea, they are all cash crop that grows in pod. So beans, and they are very versatile. We have the black beans, we have the kidney beans, we have the white beans, we have the red beans. Just name it. All these beans actually, they are meant for your own health essentials. So with that being said, I believe that you have learned today on Health Matters that beans need to be added to your list of diet for the benefit of your health purpose. It's not going to take too much, as we are going to be drawing the curtain on today's episode of Health Matters right here on GC Creative. If you have any question pertaining this program, please feel free to contact the number you can see right here on your screen. And also as well, ensure that you introduce yourself so that I can be able to address you properly, not to just address you as if you are a stranger. Everybody actually has a name, introduce yourself properly, then ask your question. I remain your humble host, Daniel Fiercing Lion Yasharala. And with this, I say bye for now and see you next week.